Good morning. It's September the 21st, and I'm back. I've been in Edmonton for the last few days. Drove home yesterday. Didn't do any walking in Edmonton. It's just a little too creepy walking in a strange town. And downtown Edmonton has an unfortunate number of questionable individuals on the streets that I did not wish to attract any attention from. So didn't do any walking, but here I am back in Regina, where it's looking more fallish all the time, as one would expect. There still hasn't been any frost, which there certainly could have been by now, but so far we've avoided it, so we still have flowers and everything. For a bit longer anyway. It'll frost sometime soon, but it's not in the forecast, so that's good. Although it can kind of come out of nowhere sometimes. Got a million things to do, so I'm keeping the walk short. I'm just going to walk downtown and work at the coffee shop downtown for a bit. Tomorrow, I'll probably do my walk. Then tomorrow afternoon I have to, I have to load up the car tomorrow, and tomorrow afternoon set up for Saskatchewan Regina, the local Comic Con style event. I'll be selling books there on Saturday and Sunday, so one of those days I'll do a walk around the convention floor, as I've done before. I hope it's busier this year than last year. Last year was the first time back post-COVID, so hopefully we're more normal tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully I sell lots of books. That would be good. On the publishing side, lots of editing to do. The next book I'll be publishing is through Endless Sky Books, my second publishing company that uses a different model. It's not a traditional publisher, but authors pay with the production costs, but get some of the production costs, but get a higher return on all sales as a result. I just take a management fee, and the rest goes to them. So. Anyway, that's coming up October 17th. It's a book called Loggerheads, which is a memoir of the war in the woods, environmentalists and loggers at odds in Clayoquot Sound on Vancouver Island 30 years ago. This is from a logger's perspective, and who lived through all that and lost his job as a result. So it's coming out. Needed it out quickly, so I've been moving with, in publishing terms, lightning speed on it. So he's planning to do some book launch events on Vancouver Island, so I got to get the books out and get them there in time, which I should be able to do, but it is a rush as these things go. This one's for sale if you're looking for a little house in my neighborhood. Not planning to eat lunch downtown today. I'm just going to walk down and work at the coffee shop and walk back. Got a couple other things to do, but I won't stream the walk back. This will be it today, I think. As we follow what is now becoming a well-trod path, if you've walked with me a lot. It always varies, though. It depends on what the lights do and which path I take through all the various alleys and streets to get to Brood Awakening, which is my ultimate goal here. It's about 12 degrees. It was 7 overnight, so not terribly cold. Very pleasant. Going to 22 today, so there's the Royal Saskatchewan Museum over there. A big blue sign. My wife does not like those big blue signs. I'm not a huge fan of them either. For West Canada Centre. So we walk up Albert Street, as one does, to get anywhere. Nice drive yesterday, and on Friday when we went. to Edmonton. It's very pretty. It was very smoky there for a while, but then it cleared out. So yesterday when we got up, it was quite clear, which was nice. Although it was cloudy and drizzling a little bit. But a bit more scenic than the drive to Calgary. It's about the same distance from here, different angle, 7.5 hours or so. Might be a bit longer than the drive to Calgary. Also depends on how much time you spend stopping along the way, of course, how long it takes. I think on Friday we left at 11 and got there at 7, and coming back was very similar. Just short breaks. We ate in North Battleford. Going up, we ate in Lloydminster. Coming back. Well, I still have a green light, so we'll carry on up Albert here. Sometimes if you hit the lights like this, you just walk up Albert. Oh, there's a crane doing something up there. I don't know what. Well, that always messes up the horizon when I point in a different direction like that. I could go back to the other setting where I can just lift the camera and it doesn't keep a steady horizon in the middle. I've kind of gotten used to this, but it is annoying when I want to point at something and it goes all wonky. Horizon-wise. The sun's starting to come out now. I'm wearing a sweater. I may want to take that off for the walk back. We'll see how much it warms up. I think I'll just be down here a couple of hours. Long enough for a couple of cups of coffee and a muffin. But I find I work better out of my house sometimes, for some tasks anyway. PCstore.ca. I think that's new. I don't remember there being a computer store there. Interesting. We're boarding the Hillsdale bus. We'll see what this light does. If it changes while I'm crossing, then I'll cross here. If it stays green, I'll probably keep going. There's First Presbyterian Church, where we were married, coming up on 26 years ago. Our anniversary is in 6 days. Although we're not celebrating on the day because Margaret Ann has a work event. And we'll go out for dinner. I guess that's a week from Saturday. All right, the other thing I have to do today, I'm going over to a meeting of the Canadian Club. I'm going to sing O Canada for them. The speaker is Murray Mandrick, who's a political columnist at the Regina Leader-Post. I have another event tonight, so I don't think I will stay and listen to him, but I'm going to go sing. There's the cats in the window. At the Cat Cafe, Excalibur. So I've got that coming up tonight. And then it's also the annual meeting of Regina Lyric Musical Theatre, of which I am a life member. So we'll go support that. My wife is also a life member. We met doing what was in Regina Lyric Light Opera. I don't know if we met first in production with The Music Man, my first show, and I think her first show too, or if we met because we were both asked to be on the executive. And we went on to both be presidents. I was president twice. And I performed at many shows and still sing with the lyric singers. And if they do a big show this year, and I think they are, they'll announce that tonight. I hope to be part of that. It's about time I got back on stage. I absolutely love acting, singing, performing, but I haven't done enough of it recently. Well, this is changing, so we'll cross here. Cross at 13th. That's the number 1 fire hall over there. Now, I have to wait because there's a left turn signal here before I can cross. Even though you can hear the walk beeper going on the other intersection, other side of the intersection. There's ours. Maybe I'll walk along Victoria today, since I'm here. So yeah, fairly busy few days. That today, set up for Sask Expo tomorrow, Regina Expo tomorrow, and then the expo itself on Saturday and Sunday. I've seen a couple of people pop in here, but there's nobody at the moment. But it means you're probably watching this as a recording. It's the Viterra building there. Used to be Saskatchewan Wheat Pool. This is Credit Union Central to our right, also home of Group Medical Services, medical insurance company. Supplemental health insurance. Things like hospital cash and travel insurance and things like that that aren't part of the basic health insurance, health care system. Canadians are very proud of their, quote, free, unquote, healthcare, but of course, Tanstaffel, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, and it's not really free, paid for in taxes, and not all that wonderful when it comes to things like wait times, and you can wait a long time, unconscionably long time. For some procedures. So Canadians love to diss the American system, and certainly it has its problems. And yet, people with good health care in the States, good health insurance in the States, actually get health insurance coverage more effectively than we do, I think. There are no perfect systems. There's no such a thing as a perfect system of anything. There's City Hall. Still has a fence around it from when we had the homeless encampment there earlier in the year. They cleared that out, but they've never opened up the park again. There was concern about biohazards, I think, but they say they didn't find anything, but they still haven't removed the fence. This is the courthouse over here, provincial courthouse. And in fact, there's a lawyer coming now, dressed for court. And, British tradition of robes, at least for crown cases. I don't really know what all the rules are, even though I have a daughter, my brother's daughter. My niece is a lawyer, and presumably has dressed like that on more than one occasion. Knox Presbyterian Church. Sorry, that was back there. This is that's the Revenue Canada building. Spoo hiss, the tax people. This is Knox Metropolitan Church, was the word I was searching for. It was a Presbyterian church at one time. I think I'll cross here. Once the light changes, which won't be too long. Look at City Hall. Let's look downtown. Over there, of course, is the Balfour, my favorite apartment building, that I always point out when I walk by it here. And over to the right, with the little dome, is First Baptist. And the taller building down there is Hotel Saskatchewan. Knox Metropolitan here has a nice little garden. Shall I walk through it today? Why not? It has a path you can follow right here. You can walk through the garden. Everything's looking a little faded, but since there hasn't been a frost, it's just age. Almost looks like it's been frosted, but I know there hasn't been frost, so I think it's kind of old, is all that means. Oh, berries on the plant there. This tree has a lot of berries on it. Is that a cherry tree? I don't know if those are cherries or not. Something else. Not really a huge plant guy, so I know there's an app. In fact, I've had it. You can point at plants and it will identify them, but nothing I can do while I'm walking. There's First Baptist from across the street now. Land Titles building. This is all bus stops along here. It isn't normally, but because they've been doing work on the 11th, where they normally are. I think that work is done, but I don't know if the buses are going back there or what the plan is. Is it 11 or 12? No, it's 11. It's the normal bus area. The curvy building up there is Sask Power. This is Victoria Park over here with the cenotaph in the middle of it. Again, I don't think I'm going to eat lunch there today. I think I'm going to go home, although I could change my mind. There's the cenotaph down there. Remembrance Day coming up in 6 weeks or so. A bit more, I guess. We got 10 days left in September, 31, be 41, and another 11 is 52 days, so that's more like 7.5 weeks to Remembrance Day. Oh, hello from India. Mim? Hello. Almost done here. We're just going another block and then we'll be done. Just a short one today, but I'll probably walk around the lake tomorrow. Before I might start from a different place. I might take the car over to the condo, which is just down the street, which is where my books are that I have to load up. So I might combine those things, so I'm walking a slightly different path than usual. This is our street, to the Scar Street Pedestrian Mall down there. So nobody's coming, I can cross here. Again, Sask Power building over there, that's the Provincial Power Company, Crown Corporation, as they say around here. They've just redone that entire facade and the whole area out front, just in the last few months. I can poke up at it, but I can fill the whole thing actually, but it quickly gets the horizon all confused. Right up here on the left is the coffee shop I'm heading to, so I will be stopping here momentarily. Oh, and I'm just now getting people starting to check in on YouTube. I see there's like 5 people there, but all the same, this is the end of the walk for today. I'll do something longer tomorrow. That's it for now. Thanks for walking with me, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Bye for now.